Bamfordrose and another forum chat. This week it's a story of a car that was referred to us from a forum, and the chap had outlined that he's got a 2007 V8 Sport Shift, and when he opened the door handle he didn't hear the gearbox pump prime, and when he got in the car, turned the ignition on and paddled for neutral, it didn't hit the pump prime and wouldn't start. The forum has advised him that he needs a new ASM pump, and he phoned up here to say, hey, I've got said pump, can you fit it? Immediately, oh, you sure you need a new pump? If power at the pump has been checked and the fuse is okay, then I wouldn't suspect the pump in the first instance. And it's our good old friend, the tracker, which will pop up in the link now. Pause this video and go and watch the video about tracker. So I don't think he knew anything about the tracker, and I said, look, just get the car here and we'll give it a go over, and I'll bet money that it's not the ASM pump, it's something else. Car gets delivered here on transporter, and sure enough, the ASM pump is absolutely fine. Put the laptop on and fire the pump up manually through the buttons on the laptop, and pump works and runs fine. It's our good old friend the tracker which has failed and sent out corrupted signals across the whole car, which the body module interprets as certain messages. Very briefly, the CAN network in the tracker module fails. That will send corrupted signals up the CAN communication line. You know, gone are the days where there's a separate wire for each function. Now, different voltages, different frequency signals get sent up the same wire, as it were, and the body module interprets those discrete signals as a certain message. The tracker module fails, sends corrupted signals up the CAN communication line, which the body module incorrectly interprets as real signals from different parts of the car. So this car, tracker, had failed, and the owner had taken the car out of the garage, driven it forward into his front yard to wash, went to start it up to put it back in the garage, and on startup, that's when it wouldn't restart. So the corrupt signal had sent the trans module into complete haywire and fired it into 6th gear instead of it either being in first or neutral when you're cycling the ignition and starting and turning off. And it had got itself into 6th gear, wouldn't come out of 6th gear because in the process it had fried the transmission control module. It was reporting internal errors. So this car to fix needs a new trans module and the tracker disconnecting, and is yet another story of a car with electrical gremlins, which, if the tracker module is still connected, you can always bet is root cause of a tracker module failure. It's a growing problem. Many years ago, 2012, 13, 14, didn't really come across tracker failures in the 04, 05, 06 cars. Now we're in 2020, tracker failure of those early cars, it's inevitable that someday it will be every car that's ever made will have a tracker glitch. See our tracker video on how you resolve the problem. It's quite simple. Disconnect the tracker, reconfigure the body control module, tracker inactive, and that's it, problem gone away. But we need to get out there the message that if you've got unexplained electrical gremlins, battery drain, just weird behaviour, number one thing to do, disconnect the tracker. Obviously you can't do that at home, because if you disconnected the tracker at home, then the body module can't see a tracker and it will inhibit start. So it needs to be accompanied by a reflash of the body control module. But before doing any electrical work, fault finding, trying new components, which some garages without AMDS are going to do because they haven't got the ability to properly plug into the car and assess problems through the factory laptop. Any fault finding process, swapping parts out, number one thing has got to be when there's electrical gremlins, check the tracker.